Yeah, I think more than 4 players is too much. Okay, so we are at the bottom of this. We just finished up the second turn of the game. It's about 1 o'clock on Saturday. We started back this. It is the second. We're going into turn 3, right? Okay. It's about 1 o'clock, 1:30 on Saturday. We started back about 9:30 this morning. So turn 2 is usually the longest turn because we brought in some reserves, meat and flesh of the battles in play. All right, so a lot happened this turn. To make a long story short, there was quite a few vehicles up here between combined efforts and mostly Brutus, who's Heath's Warhound Titan, firing, and combined efforts of other firing and other hand-to-hand assaults. A lot of these vehicles were removed from play. Jeremy brought in several Bloodthirsters, which we're using to represent with these Demon Princes. Those guys cleared out quite a few models. The huge bulk of 7 Carnifexes here in the middle was cleared out from a combined effort of both demons and other models. Bridget, the large Hierophant, was removed from play from a combination of shooting. Jeremy brought in a Lord, and this Lord dropped a Vortex Grenade, which eliminated a Bloodthirster and a Venom Throat. Not a lot happened back there, really. 2 Molochs erupted from the ground, disrupting some units, doing some damage. One of them lost a combat to a Demon Prince and got chased off a hill. Let's see, what else happened? Some Trigons walked in from the edge of the board, did some assaults on some Obliterators. Over the course of 2 turns of assault, we wiped out maybe half the Obliterators, maybe not even half. A third of the Obliterators. Some Raveners came in, did some damage to a Havoc squad, and some Nurgle Plague Marines dropped out of this Nurgle Plague Tower and eliminated Raveners, so it's kind of a quid pro quo situation. The center of the table got very, very messy with all the different combats going on. I would say the height of the combat was Skulltaker rushing into a squad of Carnifexes and dropping 5 Carnifexes with instant death, so he just dropped them like they were nothing. Most of the rest of this combat got really nasty. The Zoanthropes having a very high and vulnerable save. You doing the math over there? Yeah. You think he should have killed 7?
He should have only killed 2. Yeah. 5 attacks. He should have hit 4.
Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous.
50% chance. He should have only gotten 2 4.
So that was rough. That was 1,000 points gone just like that. Anyway, we kind of got into a slap fight over here because none of these demons and these Zoanthropes are really doing a lot to each other, and they're all making their saves. A couple Turvigons were dropped here in the middle from the same combats. Wynn unleashed some sort of power. What's it called?
Which one?
The blood thing.
Oh, the Blood Fury of Khorne?
Yeah, so that caused everybody within 30 inches of Skulltaker, which was basically everybody, to move towards the closest enemy unit and to assault, which is why Bridget wasn't able to shoot, but she did assault some Demon Princes and killed 1 before she dropped. So most of these guys just kind of rushed into a bloody melee. At the end of it, as you can see, most of what's left is demons and on their side of stuff. So, we weren't really designed for that sort of combat. We still have a pretty firm hold on this edge of the board, although Wynn's forces are beginning to push up from the corner where they were. We chose to basically just ignore them and just leave them be. They were too far away to chase. More demons are popping up in little nicks here and there. Some flamers. And then we continue to press on over here. So mostly this side of the board really hasn't a lot happened. There's a meat grinder really going on here in the middle, and this half of the board is largely contested. It's still very unclear who's going to hold that. So at least 3 turns to play, plenty of day to go, and we're about to bring in the last half of our reserves. He looks nervous. Score currently is, I think, 23-9. So they are up by a few.
That would be why I looked at
Yeah. So we're not sure the kill point thing's working, but we're enjoying it. We're definitely going to give it a shot. Working for him. So we'll catch you at the bottom of turn 3.
We'll just call it the draw.
You got some good licks. I got some good licks. I think it's fair to say it was pretty evenly matched. Okay, what turn are we on?
3.
Jesus Christ, 3. We're going into the top of turn 4. It is now about 4 o'clock or so, I think. I've lost track of time. 4 o'clock. Okay, so turn 3. I guess we can just go through. Turn 3 was the last time for reserves to come on from Jeremy and Wynn's side, so they brought in the remainder of their reserves, which included, a fair amount of stuff. It included, Jeremy had several squads of Terminators armed up with either close combat variants or basic variants with combi weapons, that sort of thing. So they arrived. This half of the board is again being sort of disputed. Again, it's still kind of up in the air who's going to hold what up here. this massive combat with the Obliterators and the Hormagaunts kind of wound down, and Jeremy brought in a squad of Noise Marines, so that's pretty well resolved in his favor. The Moloch, or the Prime, continues to hold this Obliterator down. 2 Raveners locked into combat with the Demon Prince. These guys cleared up their Obliterator.
Did that Obliterator combat?
Yeah, we did.
We did?
Yeah. That's how we got lost. He is. As best he can. The center of the board has opened up quite a bit. Jeremy brought on his Helltalon bomber, so we have 2 bombers literally crossing paths with each other. After a bombing run from our side, we opened up the middle quite a bit, but it's still mostly held by Wind's Demons. In fact, I would say completely held by Wind's Demons, as a matter of fact. Wind's forces continue to push forward over here in the south quarter, and Heath's Land Raiders are sort of just holding a middle defensive position. Hormigans here are trying desperately to kill 1 little Marine. So, although the board looks fairly even, when you actually go to the score, it's around 44 points to about 26 points. So we came back quite a bit, but they also hit back hard. This is really, turn 4 now is kind of the point where we don't have any more reserves, where we're just getting down to the nitty-gritty. It's really just a war of atrophy at this point to see who can survive the next couple turns. Alright, so we're going to get right into it, and we'll get back with you at turn 5. Okay, so we got to the end of turn 3, and the score, as you guys know, was very, very high. It was one of those things that it was just a lot of points on the board. It was around 40 points to around 27 or something like that. And so we were feeling the burden to catch up. We decided to play one more turn just to see what our team could do between me and Heath. We sort of guesstimated that we needed to do somewhere around 12 to 14 kill points. We played the first half of turn 4, and we only got about 7 or so. And we just didn't feel like after that we could really pull it together. Because even after the 7, there was still plenty for them to do and continue to accrue points. So we called it at the top, or I guess the bottom of turn 4, just because we just don't feel like there's enough. We don't have board control. We can't contest the board anymore. The board hasn't changed that much from last turn. We killed off a few things here and there. We killed off an Obliterator. We killed off a couple guys here and there, but not enough kill points were accrued to finish it out. So, do you guys have any thoughts about kill points in Apocalypse? How you thought it worked out, or that sort of thing?
If you kill a man in the dead of winter, steam will rise from the wound. The Indians once believed this was the man's spirit leaving the person's body.
Anyone else?
I don't think it made any difference.
No, you don't think it made any difference?
If we tally up the victory points, I think it basically comes out to be about the same.
That's probably true. Any thoughts?
No.
Well, we have a lot of bitter. A lot of. Get the heck out of my house! Get out!
Yeah,
All of you!
you.
All right. So until next year.
I was just gonna say, if we're gonna do it next time, might want to come up with some way to scale the points up.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
If you kill
Maybe to actually do victory points instead of kill points. So, 10 hours of play, thoroughly enjoyable game, always good, and we'll be doing it again next year for sure. So, until then.